Now, Ariana Grande and how she ruined her reputation. What's going on with you today? Thank you for joining me. Today I want to have a little conversation about how Ariana Grande ruined her reputation with the recent high-profile cheating scandal she was involved in. Ariana Grande is someone who's no stranger to whirlwind romances and devastating breakups. From highly publicized relationships to talking about her exes throughout her music, people know how tumultuous her love life has been throughout her career. More specifically, last year, things ended up taking a dark turn. Before we talk about the whole cheating scandal itself, let's give Ariana Grande a proper introduction. Not that she needs it. I think everyone knows her influence and success both on her screen and through her success in the music industry. After a successful acting career with Nickelodeon, she decided to pursue her singing career and quickly rose to become one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Known for her chart-topping hits and powerhouse vocals, and her cute personality was loved by literally everyone. Ariana Grande was seen as adorable by most people and didn't really have a lot of haters when she was first coming up. But while she was highly successful when it came to acting and singing, her love life was something of a mess. There were numerous entanglements, as we like to call them, which we'll discuss today, that were extremely public, that involved a lot of high-profile celebrities. Amidst all this drama surrounding her love life, recently, specifically last year, Ariana Grande faced some allegations of infidelity that tarnished her once pristine reputation. Now the question is, how did this all begin? Well, the whole Ariana Grande is a cheater narrative has actually been a conversation for quite some time, but it only became apparent after a divorce from her ex-husband, Dalton Gomez, a 28-year-old luxury real estate agent from San Bernardino, California. Ariana Grande got involved with someone else very quickly after splitting with Dalton. The rumor of her being a cheater and even a homewrecker started to go viral over the internet. This severely affected her image as people started to question her morals when it came to relationships. Before we talk about that, let's take a trip down memory lane into Ariana's relationships, discussing the small incidents where she was involved in a cheating scandal. Going through the years, we'll be discussing all these incidents, building up to the cheating scandal that occurred last year that ended up tarnishing her reputation. Ariana's scandalous dating history started with her tumultuous romance with Australian actor Jay Brooks in 2012. After the romance continued on for some time, things eventually ended up changing for the worse. Ariana and Jay Brooks ended up splitting in 2013, and Brooks accused Ariana of cheating on him with English singer Nathan Sykes, leading to a messy breakup and public accusations on social media. This was the first time any cheating allegations had been made against her. And I know you might be wondering, why didn't anyone say anything during that time? Well, that's because Ariana Grande took to her social media accounts and said something about Brooks spreading lies. Of course, everyone believed Ariana Grande because, she was the pop princess, the young music star who was once a child actress. In other words, Ariana Grande's image was helping her get the public on her side. Now, after the whole Jay Brooks scandal, Ariana continued to jump in and out of different relationships, and then she ended up getting entangled with Big Sean. And the fact that they seemed like two completely different people from two completely different worlds, and how obsessed they were with each other in the beginning, people were kind of slightly confused. I guess this confusion and understanding the middle ground between the two made the public ignore the alleged fact that Ariana played a role in rapper Big Sean's breakup with Naya Rivera. I know you might be wondering, how did that happen? Well, the late Glee star, Naya Rivera, claimed to have found Ariana cozying up to Big Sean in his home, signaling the end of their engagement and causing Naya Rivera immense heartbreak. Ariana Grande and Big Sean's romance was blooming while she and Big Sean were still together. And this is what Naya Rivera wrote in her book about this. "We've been fighting for 5 days straight while he was traveling, and then on the one day that he was back in LA, he said that he didn't want to see me. Well, asshole, I've got a key to your house," Naya Rivera said. When Naya Rivera got to Big Sean's house, she wasn't impressed with what she saw. "I walk in, go downstairs, and guess what little girl is sitting cross-legged on a couch listening to music. She wrote it rhymes with Smariana Schmande," which obviously rhymes with Ariana Grande. "I learned that I was no longer getting married from the internet and at the same time as the rest of the world," Naya Rivera said. "Not only were we no longer getting married, but apparently we weren't even together anymore," she continued. Even though this story didn't catch a lot of fire, it goes on to show that allegedly Ariana didn't care about the consequences of the actions in regards to relationships. To sleep with someone's fiance is definitely a big sign of being a homewrecker. Now, after Ariana dated Big Sean, there are a few more high-profile people like Mac Miller, who she also dated. Now, as for the relationship with Mac Miller, things were quite stable. Mac really loved her, like he stated on numerous occasions, and the two were really into each other romantically. But due to some unknown reasons, she left her then, as it appeared, stable boyfriend and moved on to someone new. In the end, Ariana ended up landing on Pete Davidson. The funny thing is, even though things were okay between her and Mac Miller after their breakup, Ariana got into this relationship with Pete Davidson just days after her and Mac Miller had broken up. Just like Big Sean's fiance, Davidson's ex-girlfriend, actress Cassie David, also revealed in her book that Pete abruptly ended their 2-year relationship through text message, only to jump into a new romance with Ariana Grande. She also pretty much highlighted how Ariana Grande dated her boyfriend while he was with her, which basically means they both cheated. Anyhow, it didn't mean much at the time since Cassie also planned to break up with Pete Davidson but couldn't do so since she wasn't fully stable at the time. People assumed that this was just a small rebound, as with Pete Davidson, every high-profile star now apparently goes to him when they're going nowhere romantically, so Pete, he's kind of like the rebound guy. Now Ariana Grande, weirdly enough, got engaged with Pete. This was rather confusing for a lot of people. However, a few months later, Ariana Grande ended up splitting up with him. So as you can see, Ariana Grande has moved in, a very questionable manner in regards to relationships. Many people just ignore them as they thought the allegations were just plain wrong. However, the latest allegation has really caught fire and opened up these old instances for interpretation of what exactly happened. When Ariana Grande was looking for a property, she got to meet luxury realtor Dalton Gomez. The two hit it off and eventually got together in January 2020. Initially, the two were quite private and no one knew who Dalton Gomez was. However, they became public with their relationship with a bang when they featured in a music video. It seemed like the two were in love, and at this time, for Ariana especially, things would be a little different perhaps. She announced her engagement on the 20th of December 2020, which was less than a year since she started dating him. Kinda quick, but then again, given Ariana's standards, it was quite normal. Like before, people expected her to just break things off and run to someone else. But Dalton was perhaps different. For the first time ever, Ariana upheld her engagement and married her fiancé on the 15th of May 2021 in a private ceremony in Montecito, California. It was quite a viral moment. In fact, her wedding pictures are one of the most liked pictures on Instagram. One could assume that after countless of failed engagements and a long dating history, Ariana would have finally settled with someone. But apparently not, since in July 2023, many news outlets reported that the two had separated and were looking to divorce. Now the question is, what did Ariana do after she separated from her husband after almost 2 years? Just like in the past, Ariana had apparently started dating someone else again. And that also happened just days after she separated. Now, this is not all, as according to news reports, she had fallen for Ethan Slater, her Wicked co-star, and the two were romantically involved while she was with Dalton Gomez. So basically, Ariana had an affair. It became pretty obvious that the two were now gonna start something after Ariana separated. Now the worst thing is, Ethan was also married to his high school sweetheart, Lily J, at the time. Before Ariana came into the picture, Lily J and Ethan Slater seemed like they were doing pretty fine. In fact, Ethan called Lily the most loving, caring, and wonderful mom via Instagram on Mother's Day last year. That's not something you say when you're about to leave someone, if I'm being honest. A few months after that, he did exactly that and filed a divorce. Now the best part about this, he did that just 9 days after the news broke that Ariana and Dalton Gomez's marriage was over. Now isn't that pretty convenient? Doesn't leave a lot of room for interpretation now, does it? Now these actions of course had consequences. Lily publicly slammed Ariana the next day, saying it was her fault that her husband divorced her. This is what caught fire to this story, resulting in a public backlash against the beloved pop star. I know you gotta be wondering what happened to Ariana's and Dalton's divorce. Well, for some reason the two filed divorce 2 months after the scandal broke out. Well, of course, Ariana's lawyers had to make sure that Dalton did not tarnish her image after his alleged affair and cheating. As a result, in the settlement, he was given hefty benefits. For starters, it was agreed that Dalton would be receiving a one-time payment of $1,250,000 tax-free, but that's just a start, as he will receive half of the net proceeds from the sale of his Los Angeles home, which he shares with Ariana and is estimated to be worth $6 million. Dalton was also promised to receive an additional $25,000 for legal fees, and neither he nor Ariana will receive spousal support. Basically, they were cutting all ties. But most importantly, and something that was highly important in this whole scandal, their divorce settlement also said that Ariana and Dalton agreed not to give any interview, write, appear in connection with, or assist or cooperate in the preparation or presentation of any book, article, interview, program, or other production or publication of any kind concerning the other party. And this clearly shows that Ariana Grande and her team did not want Dalton to speak up and confirm any of these cheating scandals. Now, how do you think this all affected her? Well, even before this scandal, despite Ariana's immense talent and success in the music industry, her romantic escapades have been very much in the focal point, right along her achievements. And that's of course entirely on her, given her public displays of affection and highly devastating breakups with each new relationship. Fans and critics both speculated the true nature of her involvement and the impact it's had on those around her. In my opinion, people have started to see a trend, and that is why the scandal has really negatively affected her reputation. Now, the main question remains, how exactly did Ariana respond to this entire thing? Well, she did it through her song Yes and, where she openly shot back at her critics, saying it's her call about whoever she's with. Some people really like that stance, while others agreed to the fact that she's just a lost cause now. Her reputation has definitely been tarnished as of this scandal right here. Whether Ariana Grande can recover from the fallout of these scandals right here remains to be seen, but one thing's for certain, the drama surrounding her personal life continues to captivate the public's attention. Anyway, there you have the video. Before you leave, can you do me a favor and like the video if you enjoyed this conversation right here? How Ariana Grande ruined her reputation. Do you have any thoughts on this entire story right here? Curious to hear what you have to say. See you in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.